Hello everyone, good morning. It's time to start the day. Grab your coffee, your favorite beverage, shine your light and light the way.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It is Wednesday, May 27th, 2026. And it's time for Good Morning Coffee and Talk. I'm Dolly. This is the Wolf Girl Oracle. I have my coffee. Oh, it's been a week, you guys. It has been a week. I spent a good chunk of the first couple days of, from Wednesday until Wednesday until Sunday, I was like so sick. I had allergies really bad. It wasn't like a cold, or it might have been it was all up in my head and everything was draining. It got into my chest. I was coughing a lot. But as soon as it rained, I felt like I was starting to feel better, Plus, I took some good advice from a bunch of different people. I had my head underneath a towel breathing in vapors, and I was like eating honey and making tea and doing all the things. So, good morning, Barbara. How are you? It is good to see you this morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Katie. How are you? It is good to see you. I'm glad you guys are here. Yeah, so I was really sick. I mean, there was one time on Friday night where I thought I might have to go to the hospital because I could not breathe. My rescue inhaler wasn't working. The nebulizer didn't work. I was just feeling a crap. And I was like, oh my God, am I going to have to go to the hospital? But then I started coughing, and I was coughing productively. So my lungs cleared out enough that I was able to take my inhaler and actually get it nice and deep into my lungs. I used my rescue oxygen to push it down, and then I was feeling better. So I don't want to be sick. It's because the tree pollen gets to me so bad, you guys. I don't know if you guys are affected by tree pollen like I am, but I am so affected by tree pollen. Like, I'm still coughing. Tree pollen really, really affects me. So I got all my windows closed, even though I could have them open right now because it's 70 degrees outside. It's nice out. I've got my air conditioner on. I've got my 3 HEPA filters going. It's okay, though, because it's for the trees. It's for the trees. And that's the important thing, right? We want the trees to pollinate. Whew. Sorry about that. You might be hearing that a lot today. So I just want to apologize in advance. So how are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing well. You guys hear us talking about Craft Club. In Craft Club this last time we had Craft Club, we made these yes/no cards. And it was so fun to do. Like, I got yes, no, and maybe. I got maybe, yes. I got blank. I got no. And this was so much fun. Good morning, Flowing. How are you? It is good to see you. So we made these. And if you're interested in Craft Club, talk to Katie Moonchild. Just send her a message and say, hey, send me your email. She'll send you her email and she'll help you get involved with Craft Club. I don't know what we're doing for the next one. It might be a free-flowing, just bring your own thing kind of thing. But it's nice. It's a really wonderful time of fellowship. And I feel like fellowship right now is so important. Fellowship with like-minded people is so important right now to help keep our vibes up, to help us all shine, to be shined on and to shine. And, I feel like that's a thing. So if you want to get involved, Flowing's in it, Katie's in it, I'm in it. Sonia comes, our friend Barb comes, Kelly comes, Kelly from Kelly's Journey, and we have a great time. Oh, you have prednisone in the house. You know, I probably should. Oh, thanks, Katie. I should probably get some prednisone because it was a little scary this last time. I have to admit that. I normally just kind of muscle through it when it happens, but this last time it got really scary. I was really struggling. So yeah, that's probably a good idea. I'm going to talk to my doctor about that. I see my doctor next month, so I will ask her about that. That's a good idea. In fact, let me write that down. Talk to Dr. Duncan about prednisone. I have to write everything down, you guys, or I forget everything. I really do. I'm terrible. I got like Swiss cheese brain when it comes to recall and memory. Talk to Doc about. I remember my grandpa used to take prednisone. Prednisone. Okay, good idea. Good idea. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Barb. All right. Oh, Janet's here too. Hi, Janet. How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. I was just talking about my awful allergies because that's what you guys came here for, to hear me complain about my allergies. And I was talking about our yes/no cards, which I really enjoyed making with Katie and the group. It was fun. I love doing art. I've been doing lots of art stuff. Y'all got me artsy. So here's some things I painted. I painted this, which is kind of a stylized sunset by the water kind of thing. So Janet says, one of my high school teachers told me to let my light shine. Don't hide it. I'm still working on that. I often feel invisible. You are not invisible. We see you. I see you. I see you. And I know everyone else in here does too. My cat is losing her mind. She is like just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth under my legs here. You're making me warm. I painted this. It's bleeding hearts with hostas against a brick wall. That's watercolor. What else did I do? I did this as above, so below Celtic tree. And I made it colorful because I need lots of color. And I did this thing. I don't even know what to tell you what this is. I think it's called Zoodles, right, Katie? But all of these things were fun. Well, thank you. Thank you, Floyd. All of these things were fun just to, I don't know, I felt like as I was doing them, I felt a lot calmer, you know. I'm going through some stuff right now, as you guys know. Although it's not getting me down. I'm still laughing. I'm still enjoying life. You know, yeah, there's some struggles here right now, but the joy is outpacing the worry, you know, and I think it's just because I decided to just surrender. I'm surrendered. I just said, that's it. I'm surrendering, giving it to the universe, not taking it back, and just taking things as they come and flowing and, you know, just doing the thing. So, yeah. Zentangle. Thank you, Katie. I couldn't think of that word. Zoodles. Isn't that zucchini noodles? Yes, when I'm feeling very depressed, I grab a zucchini and I twist it in the zoodle machine until I have noodles. And then I do nothing with them because I can't stand them. That's not true. I actually love zoodles. I love zoodles. Oh, yeah. Janet says, Dolly, get some fire cider. It is miraculous for colds and infections. Fire cider. All right. Let me write that down. Fire cider. But I have to ask you, is it something that you ingest? Is it going to make me poop fire? because I was told by Rick that I can no longer set the toilet on fire with my butt. So that's a thing. But I'll try it. I'll try anything, man. I like homeopathic over pharmaceutical any day. Any day. Janet says, hey, Dolly, I'm going to send you an email. Okay, please do. Oh, thanks, Janet. You thought my painting was beautiful. Thank you. Fatima's here. Hi, Fatima. How are you? I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. I'm so glad that you're here. I hope you're doing well. Yes, zucchini pasta is yum. You are not kidding. You are not kidding. I love it. I love mixing it with a little bit of olive oil and a bunch of Italian seasonings and yeah, just throwing some chicken over it. Oh, some grilled chicken. You grill up the chicken, you slice it into slices, throw it on top, stir it in so it gets some of that oil and Italian seasoning on it, and just eat that. Oh, it's so good. It is so good. Okay, Fatima says, hey, let me actually, Fatima says, wait, how do I do this? Oh, for heaven's sakes. All right, I'll just read it here because I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Oh, here we go. My husband got his first retirement check. I can tell you guys this much. You can't live on it. No wonder people keep working after they retire. Oh, yeah. 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 I mean, it is definitely, I know my mom, when she retired, she was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? And she had to give up a lot of stuff, unfortunately, but she also had some savings. So the savings helps, when you put them into CDs and just kind of let the dividend like supplement your Social Security. I don't know how it works up there for you guys in Canada, but down here, people still get Social Security. Now, when it's time for me to get Social Security, I'm only going to get 75% of what people are currently getting for their Social Security because they're going to be dialing it down. But I'll be grateful for that 75% of whatever the money is, believe me. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Who else is here? Okay. Let me go down the list here. Flowing says, I have a dehumidifier now. Helps with everything. I have one as well. I do. Oh, Barbara Berkman's here. Hi there, Barbara Berkman. Take a hug. Flowing loves zucchini and eggplant. I am not an eggplant fan. I've never gained a taste for eggplant. I can't explain why. It's just not my jam, but I love me some zucchini. Oh, Barb, I wanted to show you something. Barb's here, so I want to show you guys. I love all the Barbs. All the Barbs. Every Barb that comes here, I'm going to love you instantly. How about that? But for Barbara Berkman, I was talking to you. Barbara and I were talking yesterday. You guys have heard about the harmonic egg. It's like a pod. It's a pod that you sit in, and it has like beautiful lights, and it's an anti-gravity chair, and music, and it's just to help you kind of relax. I think it's a lot like it probably has a similar feel as a what are they called? Sensory chambers or anti-sensory chambers, only they do have sensory things happening. So it's kind of the opposite of that. But Barbara was talking about it. She's like, yeah, these things are like thousands and thousands of dollars. And I'm like, I'm going to just make one. I'm going to go get some polystyrene. I'm going to cut it so that I can make myself an egg. And then I'm going to just put some pretty lights in it that kind of flash and play some music. And it'll be exactly the same thing. But anyways, I wanted to show you, I do use lights as part of some of my meditations. Okay. If I'm doing a guided meditation to help me relax, or if I'm talking myself through a guided meditation to relax, I will often put these lights on. I have them mounted to a board. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this. Maybe if I turn it a little. Yeah, it's hard to tell. You can't see it, but all these lights are swirling with kind of in this case I've got it on like bright colors. Oh, you're kind of getting to see them now. Maybe if I put it closer. Oh, there we go. Okay. But yeah, this is a particular like there's different modes that there's an app that you can get at for your phone, and this one is a particular one that I like. This is the other one I like. It's called Symphony. This is like more pastels, and it just like cycles through the colors gently. It's a gentle cycle, and it just cycle, and I just have it next to me while I'm meditating. And I also like to use the fully immersive sound field. So I use JBL Vibes. I don't know if you guys are familiar with these earbuds, JBL Vibe. You know, they're just little earbuds that fit in your ear. This one actually goes in this ear. See? This actually charges them, which is nice. And I need to charge it though. These are fantastic for a mid-ranged earbud. You know, they're not quite as expensive as like the Beats or any of the Apple products. They're less expensive than that, but they're not cheapo either. They have good bass, good mid-tone range, and good high-tone range, and I really, really like them. So I put these on. I put the app on my phone that I want to listen to. I use the app to choose a color profile, and I go into meditation. And I think I'm giving myself I had never heard of the harmonic egg before yesterday, but I think I'm doing kind of that very thing with these lights. And these lights were only $25 when I bought them 6 months ago or so on Amazon, right after the new year, actually. So less than that, 5 months ago. I got these on Amazon, and I've been very happy with them. You know, they take a little fiddling to get them lined up and connected to each other. But once you do, I use some double face tape. I put them on a board, and now I could put this in front of me, or I can put it next to me, or on the floor. And it just sort of gives me this gentle light while I'm meditating with my eyes closed and breathing. And it's very relaxing. It's very calming. So I can, later on, I will in my, wow, I can't think today, you guys. I'll make a post here on YouTube in my little post area with a link to these lights and to the earbuds if you're interested in pursuing that kind of thing. So yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, I'll read what you guys said now. Oh, Judith is here. Hi, Judith. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Parmesan cheese with everything. I have to agree with that. I love parm. I love parm. Judith says, my husband and I are on a fixed income. It's not easy. No way it is not. I see what my mom is going through right now. And it's crazy because as things get more and more and more and more expensive, it's not like you're getting an increase that equals the amount that things are rising. I can't even imagine how people on a fixed income right now are driving with the gas prices being so crazy. Unreal, man. Fatima says, I used up all my savings to pay off my siblings, and I have still not paid half. Oh, no. Katie says, Social Security was never designed to be your only source of retirement funds. That's why it's such a struggle. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Flying says, what is fire cider? I don't know. Didn't you say fire cider? Or did Barb say that? Somebody said fire cider. Judith said, I made a sauna out of a grow tent and infrared lights. Cool. That's cool. That's ingenuity right there. Fatima says, I know Judith, he been working since he was 15. You don't get enough when you retire. That is horrible. He's still working. We will see what happens. You know what we need to do, guys? We need to make a commune. Just buy a big piece of land somewhere where they don't have a whole bunch of restrictions on how you build things, like maybe New Mexico, and just create like earth ships, and we all just live out there together, you know, grow our own food, have a greenhouse, a big greenhouse. Although they say that you need an acre of land per person in order to feed a person for a year. So depending on how many people we'd have to have a lot of greenhouses going. But man, I feel like commune life is going to be the way to go in the future, because who's going to be able to afford anything, you know? Unreal. Barbara Berkman says, those lights are very cool. Yeah, they are. And they were really cheap. You know, I don't know how long they're going to last. So far, so good. 6 months, you know, not too bad. They still work and the app still works. So, but for $25, I felt like it was good. And it really does. The light coming at you, you know, because when you meditate, you don't close your eyes tight like this. You know, you close them gently and you can see that light coming through your eyelids. And that does have a very calming effect, you know, especially when I use either the forest one, which is greens and blues, or this one, Flow, or I forget what this one is called, but it's the pastel colors. I think it's really, yeah, it works great, you guys. That could be considered a light language. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it could. You're right. Oh, Judith says, Fatima, of my husband became ill with cancer, heart attack, stroke, dementia. Oh my, everything at once, Judith. I am so sorry. That is awful. Yikes. Oh no. Sounds like you got it going. Yes, I did. Oh, Fatima says, thank God I have 2 of my siblings and both my sons living with me. Yeah. You got a tribe going on there. You've got a commune, you know, and that's what it's going to take. But, you know, when I think about like when my grandparents were taking care of their grandparents and parents, you know, before I was born, that's kind of what everybody did, right? The kids took care of their parents. You know, the parents were taking care of the grandparents, and everybody either lived in the same house, or here in Milwaukee, what a lot of people did back in the day was they would have the main house, and then in the backyard behind the house, they would build another little house. That's where Grandma and Grandpa were. And then the duplex in the front had Mom and Dad and had the kids, and everybody kind of lived on this same little piece of land, just sort of spread out from each other. We're going to have to go back to that, I think. And I don't know that that's necessarily bad, you know, unless you don't have family that can help you through it. You know, I don't have any kids. I got to hope that Devante still likes me when I'm really old, or even older. I mean, I'm not too far away from retirement. Well, I am retired, but like Rick isn't too far away from his retirement. That's going to be us in just a few years, probably. Katie says, I'm going to get the giant eye lights for Halloween to use in my front window. They are made for semi-truck windshields. Oh, yes, I've seen those. Yeah, that's cool. They even blink. Yeah, that's neat. Oh, yeah, Fatima, it is good fortune. I'm all alone. Oh, Judith, my heart. Annie, hi, Annie. Heading to the grocery store. Thanks for stopping. Oh, Jules. Hi, Jules. How are you? I hope you're doing well, my friend. I hope you are. I want to go shopping. Not that I have anything I need right now. I just want to go shopping. I want to go shopping and get some zucchini so I can make some zoodles. Oh, you explained the fire cider above. All right, I will go back and I will read through that, Janet, so that I can see what the fire cider is. I missed it. I'm sorry, honey. I'm still a little sick and I'm like having a problem trying to keep up with everything today. Katie says, that has been my dream, have a wellness center for broken animals and people to heal each other. Yes, I love that. Flowing says, I just live very simply. Can't get what I want more than what I need. Right. Right. And we all have to kind of face that, right? Janice said, I stayed in an earth ship and the bedroom was in the back, so it was great for sleep. It would be great for meditation. I do like to meditate with an eye mask sometimes. Yeah, just to like block out everything. Yeah. The lighting is so therapeutic. It is. I mean, I feel like I said, when I have this like just a few feet away from me when I'm meditating, I feel the colors as much as I see them through my eyelids. You know, it's like glowing on me. And then when I've got harmonic music playing, or one of some of the beats that I listen to help me meditate, it just like it keeps you really in the moment. It really does. It keeps you really in the moment. It's fantastic. Katie says, what saved me financially is the fact that I do not have a mortgage or rent, only property taxes and utilities to upkeep. Yeah, that's important. That helps a lot for sure. Fatima says, it's going to be like that again. People living together and helping each other. I hope so. I would love that. I would love us to go back to a more tribal state where we care about people, where we accept the fact that everyone's a little bit different, and just let people be who they are and accept that, Doesn't mean that you have to like everybody in the world, but you can accept that they're a human being and they're just living their lives according to their flow, right? Not all of our rivers run parallel to one another, but we can let people be people for sure. Janet says, that makes me nervous. I'm single without children in my family. It's not really in my life. My nieces text me on my birthday. I think older women should band together. Absolutely. And you know what? I just saw on YouTube a couple weeks ago about this community. I think it was in Texas, but I mean, you could do this anywhere, where a bunch of elderly women, like people who will say in the 55 and up club. So maybe not elderly, but from postmenopausal on, these women all got together and they bought a bunch of land and had it zoned to be a mobile home park. And they all put their tiny homes on this one big piece of land. And they have a big giant outbuilding. And in that outbuilding, they have room for people to do crafts. They have a little gym. They have industrial size laundry, so like if people need to wash their comforters or pillows or whatever, they've got a couple big, you pay to use them, but the whole community has access to this, They had one room that was like a workshop where they had all kinds of tools and stuff. And I thought, that's perfect. That's perfect. Everybody contributes from their big households, right? Like, I've got more tools than we will ever be able to use. And if we built a big outbuilding, I could put the tools in there, and that could be my contribution for the whole community would be tools, and then bring all my crafting supplies. We have a big craft area and I just throw it in there. If there's some stuff that I just don't feel like sharing because it's expensive, like markers, like some of the more expensive markers that I have, more expensive paints that I have, well, yeah, I might keep that to myself, but I have so much that I could just share. I have giant case of Sharpies. I will never use them all. We could, you know what I mean? We could combine things. And I believe that they also had a summer kitchen in there. So they could do like monthly, everybody brings something potluck kind of suppers. And I thought, this is perfect. We need to do something like this. So anyways, I know I just went off on a tangent. Mousy girl. Hello, Mousy girl. How are you? Community will be everything. Need to start building that now. Yeah. We need to stop talking about it and do it. Mousy girl says, at 73 with mobility issues, I live with family, pay a small amount. It helps get by. Yeah. I mean, that's great. I mean, it's great that you have that little tribe, right, that you can work with. I think that that's fantastic. Oh, Katie saw that video too. Okay, then you know which one I'm talking about. That's good. Jill says, that's good, Mousy girl. So glad you have your family. Yeah, for sure. And we're so glad you're here. We are so glad you're here. A big outdoor kitchen too. That's right. They did have a big outdoor kitchen. Yes, like with a big giant gas grill. I was like, wow, I have gas grill envy. Janet says there's a community workshop in St. Louis and several places. There's several community sewing and crafting places. Yeah, we have some here in Milwaukee too. We have like community workshops where you can go in and they've got all the tools there. You just need to bring in your supplies. And in some cases, they have supplies there too. Like, because everybody leaves what they got left over. So there's stuff there to work with. Like you could probably go in there and build a birdhouse and not have to bring anything in because there's so much wood and stuff. But if you have a particular project that you want to work on, you can go and do that. I think that that is a great idea. I do. Flowing says, sounds like fun. Mousy says, it also made my kiddos feel their mom is safe. Yeah, and that's really important. You know, my mom is 79, and she lives with my two brothers, my two younger brothers, and myself. We all three of us have autism. And Dave and Doug are a little bit more severe than I am, but they're still very, very fully functioning individuals that don't need they don't need a lot of support, which is great. And they take care of my mom. They help her with everything. They help pay the bills. You know, they do all the yard work, do all the laundry, grocery shopping, all that stuff. So yeah, they do a great job taking care of her. Jewel says, big outdoor kitchen. Heck, I would love that. Yeah, girl, me too. Katie says, let's talk about personal craft store size collections. Yeah, Katie, you've got that. Barbara says, I have a color wave projector that I got on Amazon. I aim it at the ceiling and the room transforms. Oh, I've always kind of wanted one of those. Yeah, where it kind of just like fills up the space with pastel flowy colors, right? Yeah, that's neat too. I like that. I didn't think I could get away with something like that in this room. So having the light bar has been just fantastic, and it's portable, so I can take it other places. If there's a lot of noise going on here in the house, I can always take this outside into the garage and meditate out in the garage or out on the back lawn, the back patio. Anywhere I want to go, I can take that with me. But a portable thing like you got too, you could do that as well. Janet says, we need to learn skills too. I am a home herbologist, gardener, and Reiki practitioner. I can contribute that. Yes. Yes. And that's exactly like what Katie is referring to, like with a wellness center type atmosphere too, where everybody kind of brings their best practices, their best, what do you do best? You know, I could teach meditation. Other people could do Reiki. Other people could do gardening. Other people could teach crafting classes. You know, we would just have to fill up the calendar with all different kinds of things that we could learn and do and grow together. You know, that would be amazing. I would love that. Judith says, I'm into light therapy. I have all kinds of little devices. That rocks. I'm trying my husband out on the green light now. Yeah, green light is important to me. I know it's green light isn't for everybody, but green light is very important to me, especially when I'm doing healing meditations. That's when I put this light bar on what is called forest. And it's kind of greens, turquoises, blues, a little bit of yellow will show up now and then, but mostly it's like colors you'd see if you were just taking a stroll through the forest, you know. And with this, if I'm doing a meditation where I am journeying to a forest, it really helps with the feel, the ambiance of it. It really gets me there. You know what I'm saying? I love that. Green light is amazing. Judith says, I found the green light really works well for headaches as well. Oh, really? That's good to know. Katie has the wave projector too. Neat. Spending hours now studying nutrition, learning a lot I didn't know, that dark-haired people need 7 times more copper. Really? Isn't that interesting how genetically we're all a little bit different, and sometimes that you can tell that by your hair color. That is very interesting. She says, you need copper to deliver iron. People think they're iron poor, but really they're copper poor. Oh, I learned so much from you guys. Oh my God. What would I do? Our friend Barbara says she's a great cook. I'm a great eater. Sonia, good morning. Good morning, my friend Sonia. It is good to see you. Sonia's birthday is on the 31st, which is Sunday, right? It's Sunday. Yeah, it's Sunday. So let's sing it. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday, Sonia. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday and many more. Mwah! I love you. Janice says, I took a straw bale home building course. We built a cabin. Ooh, that's neat. It was very doable with guidance. Neato, that's neat. Mousy says, I only have a sad lighting lamp. Put some red paper over it, and you could turn it into a mood light. Or purple tissue paper. Judah says, I'm a color therapist, reflexologist, and Donna Eden energy exercise. Okay, you could bring all that. That sounds good. Everybody's saying happy birthday to Sonia. Turquoise is fascinating. Check out Darius Denshaw's work. Darius Denshaw. I will. Turquoise. I will check that out. Everybody's saying happy birthday. Yay. To our sweet Sonia. Yeah. I hope you have the best birthday on Sunday. And it's it's a full moon, blue moon, also on the 31st. So, and Sonia, I've been working on that letter that you and I talked about. I've been working on that. I've been working on the one to my cousin. I haven't worked on the one to myself yet, but I'll get that done. Maybe I'll get that done today because I got the house to myself today. So maybe I'll work on that. Oh yeah. Happy birthday. Nice. Katie says, to the Navajo, turquoise is sacred because it represents the sky. Yeah, Sky Father. Father Sky. Janet says, I built an outdoor oven out of bricks. Nice. I'd like to have a pizza oven, an outdoor pizza oven. I don't know how much I'd use it though, so I keep hemming and hawing over it. You know, I love pizza, but I'm also on a health journey where I'm not eating a lot of pizza. So, but it's fun. I love to cook. And the challenge has been looking for foods that taste great, that are high protein, low fat, low sugar, low carb, you know, and just mixing things up and, you know, putting more into spice flavor and color and texture and just trying to make food look and feel exciting as you eat it. And it's interesting because since I've been avoiding sugar, I don't crave it. It took a while. It took a while to get to that point, I'll tell you that. But yeah, I've been able to like get past the need for savory chips and for sugar. It took some time, but water. Water is your best friend. Katie says, I helped build an outdoor oven with handmade adobe bricks. Oh, cool. I wonder, do you need to have like a special kind of fire brick for that kind of thing? Or is adobe bricks fine? I don't know if adobe wouldn't last here. We're too humid and we get too cold in the winter. So we'd have to have some sort of like weather resistant fire brick here in Wisconsin. Jewel says, oh yes, the spices are so important and delish. Yes. I am so lucky because I live where Penzi Spices is, you know. So Penzi Spices are really good spices and we get them inexpensively here. We have like a warehouse that we can go to and get them. And a friend of ours works there. I haven't asked her to use her discount yet. I'm going to at some point. I want to get up like a whole bunch and send them out to Katie. But yeah, I love Penzi Spices so much, so much. I'm very, I've become almost a spice snob that way, where now going back and using, you know, the dollar spices from your grocery store just don't cut it anymore, you know. Some things are fine. Some things are fine. Like onion powder and garlic powder, that's fine, you know. But if I want parsley or I want chives or I want really good adobo, I got to get it from Penzi's. Judah says there's a book called Let There Be Light Play, Darius Denshaw. He has a ton of information, what colors to use for what melodies and how long, what elements contained in the colors. Oh, that's very interesting. Like Katie said, it's like light language. I like that. I'm very interested in that. I just know how good it's been for me. It's like totally look at this. Clarity's like, I'm meditating next to the lights right now. I'm meditating next to the lights because it brings me inner peace to sit on my mom's little zabuton right here. Hi. That's Clarity, ladies and gentlemen. Do we have any gentlemen? Ladies? Just ladies? Okay. Blueberry sourdough bread. Ooh, bread. Flowing says spice is everything. I agree. Katie says you can get brick oven kits at most of your home improvement stores. Oh, I'll have to look into that. Katie says that brand of spices is for adults only, and it is so good. Penzi's, yeah. If you guys want to like contribute to a company that is not afraid of our current administration and who often and always vocally on their website preaches how much they don't like our current administration, get some Penzi Spices because they are fearless. They are fearlessly talking about why they don't like what's going on in our country right now. And I love them for it, let me tell you. Janice says, Penzies is my fave. I have one nearby, and I love how you can smell everything before you buy it. Yes, I love that too. Just going in that store, man. Oh, just going in that store is inspirational. And they've got all those great little recipe cards all over the place too. I don't know if yours has that, but ours has it where you've got all these great little recipe cards, and I bring them home and I recreate them. That's how I learned how to make my clam chowder, was from Penzies, you guys. I put my own twist on it, but people from Chrissy's family are like, we like Dolly's clam chowder better than the stuff that's made by people here in New England. So rock star. I'm a rock star when it comes to clam chowder. Just saying. Okay. Janice says, Penzies is my fave. I have one here. Oh, we already said that. Okay. 20 grams of carb a day for me. Yeah, I'm trying to stick down. I'm trying to do 30 or less in there, that range. I'm taking myself off carbs slowly, but I'm not eating bread. I am staying away from potatoes. I am staying away from most rice. I still do some long grain rice and some wild rice. Pasta. I had some pasta over the weekend, though, because it was Memorial Day. You got to have pasta. Clarity's so cute. Yes, she is. Katie says, Koru is in my lap. He is super calm today. Oh, that's good. Koru, my little nephew. Oh, Judith found her bricks on a free site. I love free. Free is my favorite thing to pay. Is nothing. My favorite spice mix of Penzies is called Justice. Ooh. Penzies is brave. Yes, they are. They've gotten some negative attention from the regime. Yes, they have. And I don't care. And they don't care. They don't care. You know what? They're doing better now than they ever have. So there you go. Yes, that is correct. You are correct, Katie. When you order from them online, you get recipe cards for the spices for free. You get them free in the store as well. And I love that. I love that. That is such great customer interaction. You know what I mean? Their vanilla is amazing. Oh, yes, it is. And the Vietnamese cinnamon. Oh, I don't know that I've had that. I'm going to have to get some. My Penzies has a really cute old-fashioned kitchen backdrop set up for the baking spices and extracts. That's cool. Dolly, you can make flatbread from bean flours. Lots of protein. Yeah, I've been messing around a little bit with the different bean flours. I haven't tried flatbread, though. I will try that. That's a good idea. Yes, Katie. I envy that. Katie can get the Mexican vanilla here so easily. She is spoiled. Yeah, when our neighbors go down to Mexico, they usually go every year. You know, we always give them some money and say, bring back a big thing of Mexican vanilla for us. And they always do. We have barter fairs once a month. I would love to go to a barter fair. I have all kinds of things I could trade. That's neat. A barter fair. That's a great idea. Wow. I'm going to have to look online and see if we've got anything here in Milwaukee like that. We have a lot of farmers markets. We have tons of farmers markets all over the city, you know, and they're all summer long into the fall, you know, and I live really close to an orchard, which is nice, you know, so we can get like fresh, really good fresh apples and pears, cherries, you know, that kind of stuff, all different kinds of vegetables. Katie says, I live 2 hours from the border and I buy on this side. I don't even go to the border unless someone is here visiting me. And of course, we have to go to Mexico at least for the day. Yeah, I don't have any. When I come visit you, Katie, we won't have to do that. I want to see all the, if I go to Tucson, I want to see all the historic things about Tucson. I want to see, I want to see some of the landscape in the area, like how it changes up in the mountains and, you know, stuff like that. I want to see natural things. I want to see art. I want to see history. That's what I'm into. I occasionally look for organized bartering opportunities, but I never see them. Where are you, Barbara? Yeah, I really want to do I like the idea of a bartering fair. That is a neat idea. Barbara says, Central Coast of California near Monterey. Nice. There's a worldwide foraging map. Oh, called Falling Fruit. All the things you're making me write down today, you guys. Oh, I broke my pencil. Falling Fruit foraging. Yeah, we should all be very aware and informed about local foraging opportunities, because we might be heading into a situation here, you guys, and I'm not trying to scare anybody or bring anybody down, but we really do need to prepare. I really do feel my guides have been very adamant about this, about making sure that we have extra food, extra dry goods in the house, because something's coming and we're going to have a food shortage, or we're going to have a gas shortage and not be able to move the food. Something's going to happen. All right. And I'm not trying to scare anybody. I am not trying to manifest something negative. But when your guides tell you something, you should listen, and you should, heed their advice. Let's just put it that way. So you guys, when you can, make sure you've got extra things like rice, things that you can just add water and make, so that you can sustain yourself through the worst of it if you have to. Dried beans for protein, I've got peanut butter powder. I've got milk powder. I've got just add water and make cheese, sauce, cheese. I've got extra pasta. Because I'll tell you what, if we're running out of food and we're hungry, I'm going to eat everything. I'm not worrying about my diet. Dried vegetables. I got tons of dried vegetables. Yeah, lots of the freezer is full. So I think that you guys should, think about that. I know that a lot of you are on fixed incomes. It isn't easy, but between the drought and the gas prices, I feel like we're going to have some issues this year. So it might be just a good idea to have those things around. Okay. Keep them. And then you can use them and replace them as you use them. So if you're using your rice, get another bag of rice. Always have that backup. You know what I mean? So Falling Fruit is online. The app is not great. Okay, well, I'll check it out. Also, everyone should get seeds and grow lamb's quarters, aka goosefoot. It is loaded with vitamins, minerals, and protein. It's basically a weed, tastes like spinach, and it's a perennial. Okay, goosefoot. I'll write that down. Goosefoot plant seeds. Oh, that's great info, you guys. Thank you. Another good idea is to order a package of grain mock traps. When you get rice and beans, etc., those bugs can ruin your supply. Ah, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I keep everything that I've got like in these sealed containers that have lids that crank down. So I hope mine are okay. He just said, I got the message to prepare over a year ago. I almost killed myself planting a garden. Now I need a way to make water. Yeah. Oh, yes. Diatomaceous earth, that white powder. Yes, it kills bugs everywhere. Katie told me that it's because it's made from shells, and those tiny little shards actually cut through the bug's exoskeleton and kills them. Green moths. Okay, I gotcha. I gotcha, Janet. So yeah. Oh my gosh, it's 10:55 already. What the hell? Let me pull a card for you guys. Well, first we'll do an affirminator. What's our next affirminator? Let me get it out of the box here. Affirminator. Affirminator. Okay. It's patience. Congratulations, you've been granted more patience. You may start using it right away or much, much later. Waiting a long time is the sort of option now afforded to you by greater patience. Can you believe it? Look at this. You're still reading and you haven't started getting annoyed yet. Imagine how this patient will transform your life. Imagine how easily it will be to go to the post office. Yeah, you certainly do need a lot of patience at the post office or at the DMV. Patience, yeah. I'm finding as I get older, I am much more patient about some things and totally not patient about other things. I have lots of patience for things like lines, traffic, that kind of stuff. I have no patience whatsoever for chosen stupidity. None. When people choose to be dumb, I don't like that. And I'm not nice usually when I see it. And I need to be more nice. But sometimes I just want to slap a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Okay, well, anyways. Love and light. Love and light. Stop it now. Stop it. Hush your mouth. Okay, let's see. Judith said, I made a salad from my backyard so-called weeds. And Katie says, I love weeds. Katie Moonchild, collect the morning dew. Oh, yeah. Janet says, Katie, look up Greening the Desert, a project that greened salty earth in the Middle East. There's now a thriving date palm forest there. Love permaculture. I have a permaculture design certificate. Oh, that's cool. That's neat. Katie says, I want to grow morning trees. All parts are edible. I want to grow not morning. Moringa trees. All parts are edible. I don't even know what a moringa tree is. I think you showed me once, Katie, but I don't remember what it looks like. Moringa is amazing. I wish it grew well here in Oregon. I've never had it. I think we need a t-shirt that says, I'm spiritual, but sometimes I just want to slap a bitch. Yes! Girl, no, right? I know. Yes. Please design that t-shirt. Just make sure you get a 3X for me. I suppose I could do a 2X now. I'm kind of even big. Even 3X is getting a little big on me here. Oh my gosh. You would make $1 million, Sonia. That is awesome. All right, one more thing. I'm gonna just pull a couple Oracle cards for the week for us, okay? Because I got Oracle cards handy right here. This is the Shaman's Dream Oracle. I'm sure most of you guys are familiar with this. Oh, wait. I got the wrong thing. I actually got my tarot deck here. This is the Shaman's Tarot. Okay, well, that's all right. We'll do a tarot card. Angels protect us. Spirits of the land in my home surround us. And ancestors give us wisdom. What do we need to know for the rest of this week, Spirit? Please and thank you, and I love you. All right. We might go over by a couple minutes. Hey, Kelly, good morning. It is good to see you. Hi, sweetie. I hope you're doing well today. All right, here is our card. Oh, it's the Three of Wands. Can you see it? Three of Wands. Whew. What I'm feeling from this card is foresight. I'm feeling and seeing the word foresight. And okay, you notice how this shaman is looking out at the horizon, taking note of what's ahead. And what I like about the Three of Wands is whenever that's depicted this way, you notice that they're doing all of this looking before they make a decision about what it is exactly that they're going to do. And Spirit is telling us that this week we need to do that before we act on anything that might come our way. Look ahead, make a plan. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that everything needs to not be spontaneous. Okay, I'm not saying that. But with big decisions this week, look ahead and make a plan before making a decision. And this might be Spirit just like, kind of knocking on the door and saying, that thing that you were just talking about putting extra food aside? Remember that thing that you were just talking about? Yeah, do that. Do that thing. Foresight. Know what's coming. Make a plan. Do the thing. That's what I'm feeling from Spirit with this card. So, yes. Oh, we're sending you our love right back to you, Kelly. I love you very much. I love you very much. I am so glad that you were able to at least stop by, because I love your smiling face, and I'm always praying for you, girl. I'm always praying for all you guys. I'm always praying for our little tribe of people here. You guys mean a lot to me. You don't even know. And I'm sorry that I've been very absent. I've been a little bit more quiet than normal. It's not because I'm depressed or sad or worried. I am just really trying to be present as much as possible for Rick right now. And for Chrissy too, because she's going through it too. She's losing her job on June 20th. It's a job that she loves, and, the company is closing. So it's nothing that she did that brought her to this situation. But I keep trying to, to help remind her that a lot of times when stuff like this happens in our life, when an end happens beyond our control like that a lot of times it's the universe just saying, hey, listen, I've got another path for you, and I'm going to take you there, and you're going to love it. You just got to trust the process. Let's go. So, yeah. So anyways, thank you all for coming. I love you guys very much. My sweet friends. Pray for one another, lift each other up. Let's stay in the light. Let's stay in the flow. Let's prepare, but let's not be fearful. Okay. I love you guys. Thank you for coming, and I will see you all again real soon. Now I have to figure out how to end my stream.
Thank you for coming to my show. I'll see you all next time. You all rock. Dolly loves you. Dance around the room. It's time to go. Why are you still here? Dolly needs a sandwich and a nap. I'll see you next time. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for coming. I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Thank you for coming to my show. I'll see you all next time. You all rock. Dolly loves you. All rock. Dolly loves you. Dance a room. It's time to go. Why are you still here? Dolly, you still here? Have a great day.